I'm Kamal, and today we'll learn about how to insert a node in a linked list. Before we begin with linked list, let's get back to what arrays are. So arrays store data in a sequential manner, and each data point is present adjacent to the other data point in the physical location in the memory. And sometimes we want that that is not required for certain application, and we want data to be present at different locations in the memory, but still pointing to each other in a linear fashion. So that's what linked list is. And generally, the structure of a linked list is given by this. So we have nodes which point to each other. So each node has a data. Data could be an integer, or it could be a character, or it could be a string. And each node has a next pointer that points to the next element in the linked list. Finally, we reach the end of the linked list, and the last element points to the null element. And so as to start traversing the linked list, we also have a head element that always points to the first node in the linked list. So whenever we want to insert a linked list, there could only be three cases that could arise. For example, initially we could add a node in the front of the linked list. That is the case number 1. Or we could insert a node somewhere in the middle. So this is case number 2. And then we could insert a node at the end. So this is the case number 3. We'll go through these cases one by one, and we'll discuss how we can do this. In the initial case, when we want to insert a node at the start of the linked list, all we have to do is make a new node, change the head to point to this new node, and then point the next pointer of this new node to have the A node. So whenever we start to traverse this linked list again, our head will point to the new node we inserted, and then we can traverse the linked list just as we did before. And second case is when we have a node which we have to insert somewhere in the middle. Let's say we want to insert a node somewhere here. This is a little trickier than this because first we need to reach this node. Remember that these nodes are not located in a physical, not located one by one or adjacent to each other in the physical memory. So we first have to go to the head of the first node and traverse this linked list sequentially until we reach the location which we want to insert. So this is the code for it. So we have a while loop here. While we do not reach the insert position, go to the next node, and once we do that, change this pointer that we have its next pointer pointing to the new node that we just inserted that we have, and then the next node of the new node to point to the next node in the linked list. So in this way, we can insert a node in the linked list, which in the middle of the linked list. Sorry. And the third case we have here is when we want to insert a node somewhere at the end of the linked list. Now, how do we reach the end of the linked list? Again, just like we did in the second case, we traverse the linked list until we reach the node that points to null. Once we do that, we change its pointing from null to pointing it to the next node, and then the last node that we just added will now point to null. So this is basically what this code is doing. While we do not reach null, go to the next node, and then finally change the next node of the last node to point the new node that we just inserted, and the new node of the next will now point to null. So this is how we can insert a node in a linked list. I hope you got the concept, and thanks for watching.